Hey guys, I'm Amanda Keys, and I'm going to take you through a flow that will hopefully be able to release any spots of tension or stickiness and allow you to move through your day just that much easier. So, this is a great one to do any time of day as well. So, okay, let's get started in child's pose. So, you're going to take your knees out to the width of the mat, but it's okay if they don't go that far. At the beginning of the practice, and then you're going to bring your forehead down in contact with the mat. Take your arms out long, reaching your fingertips towards the top of the mat, but not very far, still allowing your forearms to rest on the mat. Sink your hips back, your toes are untucked, and then just come into your breath. Use this moment to set an intention for your practice today. If you have a to-do list for later, just put a pin in it. Be present right here on your mat. Maybe massage your forehead side to side. Each time you bring your forehead in contact with the mat, in contact with the earth, you're signifying to your nervous system to calm down. So just allow that to happen. Allow your body to soften. Then taking your fingers out long, reaching up towards the top of the mat, you're going to feel this stretch in the back of your shoulder blades. And then on your next inhale, press yourself up into tabletop position. So you're adjusting your knees, stacking your hips over your knees and your shoulders over your wrists, moving through a few cat-cows, waking up the spine. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, press it away, draw chin into chest. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, pull the heart through. Exhale, press it away, spread the shoulder blades wide in cat pose. Gaze toward your navel, sending breath into the back. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Exhale, press it away. Just moving with your own breath. So inhale through cow, exhale through cat. This is a great pose to work through to aid digestion. After your next exhale, coming back to a neutral spine, extend your right foot straight back behind you. Foot is flexed, so energetically pressing through your heel, so lengthening, and then think about lengthening through the crown of your head. Taking your left hand, if it's available, reaching it forward, and then inhale, fill up. Think about drawing in two opposite directions, and then exhale, curl elbow into knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in tight. Inhale, lengthen, hold it here. Draw heel to seat, reach around with the left hand, gaze out over the left shoulder, and then pressing your right hand into your left palm, so not getting a nice quad stretch right here too. Opening through the left shoulder, the front body, waking everything up. On the exhale, take it back out long, reach, back down to the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, cow pose. Exhale, press it away, spread the shoulders wide. Breathing into your chest. Coming back to neutral spine, extend your left foot straight back behind you. So pressing through your left heel and then making sure your hips are square to the mat. Extend your right hand long. Exhale, curl it in, elbow into knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, curl it in. Inhale, lengthen. Draw your heel to your seat. Take your right hand, reach it around for your left foot. Gaze out over your right shoulder, opening up through the right chest. Yes. Staying with your breath. Then as you gently release, take it back out long. Lengthen. Hand and knee back down to the mat. Inhale, drop the belly, look up. Thread the heart through. Exhale, chin into chest. Spread the shoulder blades wide. Coming back to neutral spine. Switching sides. Take the right hand up to the ceiling, and on the exhale, thread it underneath your right arm, bringing your right ear and right shoulder down to the mat. Option to take your left hand to the top of the mat, or bending your elbow and reaching around for your right hip crease. Whatever your body needs. With each inhale, fill up, and then with each exhale, allow yourself just to soften into it. Releasing any spot of stickiness. And then gently take your left hand back by your face. As you unwind, take your right hand back up to the ceiling. Look up at your right thumb, placing it back down. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, cow pose. Exhale, cat. Back to neutral spine, switching sides here. Left hand goes up to the ceiling. Look up at your left thumb. On the exhale, thread it underneath your right arm, bringing your left ear and left shoulder down to the mat. And then mirroring what you did on the first side, maybe the right hand goes to the top of the mat, or you bend your elbow and reach it around for your left hip crease. Again, just listening to your body and doing what it needs. Just allow this to feel good. Softening into your mat. And then gently taking your right hand back by your face, unwinding. So taking the left hand back up to the ceiling, look up, and then placing it back down. Inhale, drop the belly, look up, cow pose. Exhale, press it away, chin into chest. Yes. Back to neutral spine, curl the toes under and let the knees hover just an inch or so off of the mat. Coming into my favorite pose, beast pose, one of my favorites. Take your gaze straight down between your hands, putting fire in the core. Allow your body to just soften into this. Allowing something to be hard, knowing that you can do hard things. So soften through the jaw, relax your forehead, maybe even bring a smile to your eyes. And it's okay to let the belly quiver. Our breath is our energy. Deep full body inhale. Cleansing exhales. Shifting the hips up and back, downward facing dog. Pedal out one knee and then the other. Allow your head to hang heavy, relaxing the neck. Equally distributing the weight between hands and feet. Drawing your chest back towards your thighs. Yes. Enjoying this inversion. Hips over heart, heart over head. Inhale, rise to your tippy toes. And then exhale, melt the heels back down. Inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, let the heels melt. Take your gaze up between your hands and then slowly just tiptoe your feet up to your hands. And hang in forward fold, ragdoll, grabbing opposite elbows, or maybe take your hands and clasp them behind the nape of your neck. Generously bend your knees. Just do what feels good. Maybe sway side to side. Breathing into it. Hands come down to the mat. Left hand stays planted in the center. Left knee bends. Right hand bow and arrow up to the ceiling. Look up at your right thumb. Straighten through the right leg. Feel the stretch all the way down your right side. Fill up. Exhale, let it go. Right hand comes down, switching sides. Bow and arrow the left hand up as you generously bend the right knee. Straighten the left leg. Look up at your left thumb. Feeling the stretch all the way down the outside of your left leg. And then on your next exhale, hands come back down to the mat. Inhale to a flat back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Creating this number 7 with your body. Core's pulled in tight. Yes. Exhale, forward fold. Slight tuck of the chin on your forward fold. Inhale to a halfway lift again. Squeezing the shoulder blades together. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, reverse swan dive all the way to the top. Watch the palms touch. Exhale, leading with the chest. Swan dive back down, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Holding it here in high plank. Float up right knee to right elbow. Take it back to a hover. Take it across the body, right knee to left elbow. Back to a hover, place it back down. Float the left foot. Left knee comes to left elbow, crunch it in. Take it back to a hover across the body. You've got this. Back to a hover, place it back down. Shift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. So again, you're drawing your chest back towards your thighs, energetically lifting the hips up to the ceiling. Beautiful. Staying with your breath. Inhale to the tippy toes. Exhale, melt the heels. Drawing your chest back to your thighs. Equally distributing the weight. Take your gaze up between your hands and then just walk up to your hands. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back, melt forward. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Watch the palms touch. As you exhale, melt hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. Exhale as you plant the hands, step it back, high plank. Shift it forward, low plank, pull it through, upward facing dog, wide chest, open heart, look up. Shift the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Gaze between your hands, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, take it all the way to the top. Watch the palms touch. And then swan dive back down, leading with the chest, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step it back, keep it moving. Chaturanga, high to low plank, pulling it through, upward facing dog, wide chest, open heart. Only the shoelace parts of your feet are on the mat. And then shift the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Deep full body inhale. Cleansing exhales, let it go. Again, our breath is our energy. Rise to tippy toes. And then take your gaze between your hands, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale, chair pose. Big toes together, heels slightly apart, or allowing the feet to stay parallel. Maybe reaching up to where the wall meets the ceiling, or hands at heart center. Allow your shoulder blades to come back away from your ears. Take a glance down, make sure that you can see your toes, and if not, shift your knees further back, protecting your knees. Scoop the hips under. Staying with your breath. Reaching up. Deep inhale. Exhale, sink into a little bit more. Sweep the palms back behind you. Palms face the mat. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it back. You got this. Welcome the quiver in the thighs. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it back. Last one, reach it up. On the exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Nice. Inhale to a flat back. As you exhale, plant the palms, step it back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. As you exhale, hips up and back, downward facing dog. Right foot lifts, foot is flexed, hips are squared to the mat. Then on the exhale, draw your right knee into your chest and then step it through your hands. If you need to scooch it forward just a little bit, you're stacking your right knee over your right ankle, coming up onto the ball of your back left foot. So we're going to move into high crescent lunge, but feeling everything develop from the ground up. So feel the scissor between your thighs. So drawing left hip forward as your right hip drops back, releasing, and then reaching your hands up. Pressing into the ball of the back, left foot, left calf is reaching towards the sky. Turn pinkies in, thumbs out, giving space in your shoulders. Inhale, fill that. Exhale, sink into it. Inhale, fill that. On the exhale, spin the back foot down, moving into warrior two. So right knee stays at a 90-degree angle. Gaze out of the front middle finger, lengthening through the crown of the head, but as the tailbone steers down. Gaze out of the front middle finger, reach your fingertips forward, reverse your palm, reverse your warrior. Opening up through the right side body. Keeping the lunge in the legs. As you exhale, come back to warrior two. Deep inhale. As you exhale, begin to straighten the front right leg. Scooch in your back leg just a little bit. We're moving into triangle. So the left hip will steer towards the back of the mat. Fingertips reach forward, and then tick-tock right hand down, left hand to the sky. Stacking the shoulders. Gaze up at your left thumb. Imagine your body sandwiched between two panes of glass. Stay for your breath. And then coming up, using your core strength, reverse your triangle. Legs stay straight. And then bending the front right knee, coming back down, frame the right foot. Step the right foot back to meet your left here in high plank. Left foot comes up to a hover. Draw left knee to left elbow. Take it back to a hover across the body, left knee to right elbow. Back to a hover, float the right. Right knee to right elbow. Take it back across the body. Take it back, shift the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Awesome. Take 2 breaths to reset. Coming up onto your tippy toes, gaze between your hands. Walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt it forward. Slight tuck of the chin in this forward fold. Inhale, chair pose. So again, big toes together, heels slightly apart, tucking the hips under. Think navel to spine, turn pinkies in and thumbs out. So no matter where your hands are, you're working to create more space in your shoulders. Hands can be at heart center, opening through the chest. Reaching it back up, deep inhale. Exhale, sweep the palms back behind you. Palms face the mat. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, take it up one more time. Exhale, it comes back. Gaze down to your mat. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, hands through heart center, forward fold. Inhale to a flat back, so palms can come to your shins, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Then as you exhale, plant the palms, step it back, high to low plank. Upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Left foot lifts, foot is flexed. Pressing through your left heel, draw your left knee into your chest, step it through your palms. And again, finding your footing, we're going to work into high crescent lunge, but starting right here, pressing into the ball of your back, right foot, left knee at a 90-degree angle. And then using your core, release your hands. And then take it all the way up. Doing the energetic draw between your thighs. So think about your right hip going forward as your left hip draws back, keeping your hips closed. Deep inhale, fill up. Exhale, spin the back foot down and sealing through the outer pinky edge of the back left foot, moving into warrior two. Maybe you have a slight bend in your elbows. Squeeze your shoulders down and back away from your ears and then re-straighten your arms. 90-degree bend stays in the front left knee, but press the left knee out to the left pinky toe, giving more space in your hips, opening up even more. Awesome. Gaze out of the front left middle finger. Inhale as you reach your fingertips forward. Reverse your palm. Reverse your warrior. Opening up the left side body. Maintaining the lunge. As you exhale, take it back to warrior two. Find your strength. Tailbone steers down as the crown of the head lifts up. And then begin to straighten the front left leg. Scoot your back foot in a few inches or so. Right hip goes to the back of the mat. Left fingertips go forward. Right hand to sky. Left hand to the outer edge of your calf or ankle. Stacking the shoulders. Gaze up at the right thumb. Triangle pose. Breathing into any space of tightness. Lifting through the top arm. Using your core, reverse your triangle. And then as you come down, bend the front left knee. Frame the left foot, step the left foot back to meet the right, and then chaturanga. So high to low plank, elbows can graze your sides, pull it through, upward facing dog. Exhale, shift the hips, up and back, downward facing dog. Deep full body inhale. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Allow your head to hang heavy. And then as you take your toes out, heels in, begin to walk your hands back as you sink your hips low. We're coming into Malasana Yogi Squat. So hands at heart center, and you can use your arms to press on the inside of your heels. Your feet may not touch the ground. Your heels may not touch the ground, and if that's okay, if not. But wherever you are, just feel it. And sending breath throughout your body. Open through the chest. Then taking your palms back down to the mat. Adjust your feet as you take yourself back to downward facing dog. So again, energetically lifting your hips up to the sky, drawing your chest back to your thighs. Gaze between your hands, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, melt forward. Inhale as you reverse one up all the way to the top. Watch the palms touch. Exhale, pull it down, hands at heart center. Setting up for a tree, right side. So really grounding down into all four corners of your left foot. And then your foot can go inside your ankle as a kickstand, inside your calf, or inside your thigh, just avoiding the knee area. So wherever feels right for you. And then starting your hands at heart center, and then grow when you're ready. It's great to put your gaze on a fixed spot out in front of you. Pressing your foot into your thigh into your foot, and then grow. If you come out, come right back in. Some days our balance is different from one day to the next. Coming through heart center, reaching it up. Then slow and controlled, right knee comes into your chest, foot is flexed. And then exhale, step it back down. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Watch the palms touch. Exhale, pull it down. Hands at heart center, switching sides. So grounding down through all four corners of your right foot this time. And then mirroring what you did on the first side. Growing your branches when you're ready. Maybe cactus the arms to take a slight back bend. I sometimes like to clasp my hands behind my back, opening up my chest just a little bit more. Then as you release, taking your hands back out, coming through heart center, left knee comes into your chest, foot is flexed, stepping it back down. Inhale, sweep the arms overhead. Exhale, melt, hands through heart center, forward fold. Slight tuck of the chin right here in your forward fold. Inhale to a flat back. And then as you exhale, plant the palms and then step it back, just a downward facing dog. Nice. Right foot lifts, foot is flexed. On the exhale, step your right foot outside your right palm, setting up for lizard lunge. So lower the back left knee, untuck the toes. Option to stay right here on your palms or lower down onto your forearms. Do what feels good for your body today. And when you get there, just allow your head to hang heavy and be soft. Pressing your palms into the mat. Begin to heel toe your right foot behind your left wrist, and then you're going to lower your right knee down behind your right wrist, setting up for pigeon. So you may need to scooch back your left foot just a little bit more. You want to make sure that the shoelace part of your foot is pressed into the mat. You can tent up your fingers, puff up your chest, look up, fill up, and then as you exhale, melt over your right shin. Soften through the jaw. Relax your forehead, relax your neck. Can you let anything else go in your shoulders? Bring your palms back down to the mat, lifting up your chest. Tuck the back left toes, lift the back left knee, and then swing your right foot up and back behind you for three-legged down dog. Draw your right heel to your seat, open, stack the hips, and then draw a huge circle in the sky one direction and then the other. And if you want to flip your dog here, carefully lower your right foot back behind you, right hand reaches overhead, and hips go high. On the exhale, coming back over, downward facing dog. Left foot lifts, foot is flexed. On the exhale, step it outside your left palm, coming into lizard lunge. So lower the back right knee, untuck the toes. Option to stay right here on your palms or lower down onto your forearms. Wherever you get to, just allow your head to rest and hang heavy. Again, sending peace and breath to any place of tightness. Palms coming back into the mat. Slowly heel toe your left foot over behind your right wrist. And then lower your left knee down behind your left wrist. Scooch the right foot back just a little bit more. Half pigeon left side. Inhale, puff up the chest, look up. Exhale, melt over your left shin. Find rest. Palms come back into the mat. Lift up your chest. Tuck the back right toes. Lift the right knee. Swing your left foot up and back behind you. Three-legged down dog. Draw circles. That big circle in the sky, one direction, and then the other. And if you flipped your dog on the first side, lower your left foot back behind you. Left hand reaches overhead. Hips go high. Then carefully coming back over onto the mat. Downward facing dog. Bring your knees down to the mat in the center. Cross your ankles and come forward on a seat with your legs straight out in front of you. Toes flat, flex back towards your shins. Inhale, reach everything up, look up, and then fold past your toes. And then when you can't go any further, just soften into wherever you are. As you release, reach the fingertips forward, and then slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time until you are completely flat on your mat. Hug your knees into your chest. Rock side to side. And then allow your feet to come down to the mat. Allow your fingertips to be able to brush your heels, setting up for bridge. So with a deep inhale, fill up. And then as you exhale, press the hips up. Roll your shoulder blades underneath your chest. Think about scooting a rug out from underneath you with your heels. So your heels are pressing into the mat. That gives you even more lift right here. Stay for a breath. Exhale, bring it back down. And then coming into waterfall, legs at the wall, waterfall, or shoulder stand. If you want to come into shoulder stand, popping your hips up in the air, supporting your lower back with your hands. Feet can be flexed or pointed, and stay right here. Enjoying this inversion. Or if you would like to lower down your feet back behind you into plow, or bend your knees into your ears into ear pressure pose. Doing what your body needs right now. Taking your feet back up to the ceiling if you were in plow or air pressure. Then slowly lower down to your back on the mat. Doing one more bridge, so allow your fingertips to brush your heels. Deep inhale, fill up. Exhale, lift the heels up. Maybe clasp the hands below your lower back. Just feel good. Then lower back down gently. Left leg goes straight. Draw your right knee to your chest. Scoot your hips over to the right, just a smidge. And then guide your right knee across your body to the left, coming into supine twist. Working to keep your right shoulder on the mat. Gaze out over your right shoulder, tee out your right arm. Inhale, lengthen and fill up. Exhale, sink into it. Coming back through center, hug the right knee to the chest. Then switching sides, right knee goes long, left knee comes into your chest. Scoot the hips to the left a bit. And then guide the left knee across your body to the right, working to keep the right shoulder on the mat, teeing out the left arm, looking out over the left shoulder. Coming back through center, draw both knees into your chest, curl into a tight ball. So wrap your forearms around your shins and then curl your forehead up to your knees, tight, tight, tight ball. And then as you exhale, take it out long, reach the arms overhead, feet go long, good morning stretch, maybe even yawn. And then on your exhale, bring your palms down by your sides, roll your shoulder blades underneath your chest, allow your feet to just splay open, setting up for a final resting pose, Shavasana. Allowing your breath to just settle. Softening the space between your eyes. Allow your body to melt into your mat. You can pause and stay here as long as you like. But if you're ready to move on in your day, you can begin to wiggle your fingers and wiggle your toes. Just inviting life and movement into your body. Take one of your arms overhead, rolling over onto your right side, coming into that fetal position, drawing your knees to your chest. Allow your belly just to fall heavy to the earth. Welcoming this beautiful reset and restart. And then gently pressing yourself up into a seated cross-legged position. And allow your eyes just to shut down. Go ahead and let your hands just be on your thighs. Let's together take a deep inhale, lift the shoulders. Exhale, let them fall. Sigh it out. Bringing hands to heart center. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me on the mat today. The light and love in me sees and honors the light and love in each of you. Namaste. Great work, guys.